we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
Time for our tale of the tape. Julio Cesar Chavez, 171 centimeters tall with a reach of 173. Up against them, Juan Manuel Marquez, 170 centimeters tall with an identical 170 centimeters reach.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
He is the Grand Campeon, Julio Cesar Chavez, multi-time world champion in 3 weight divisions, generally recognized as one of the greatest athletes Mexico has ever produced. Juan Manuel Marquez. And how about this man? Not only a pound-for-pound fighting great, but when it comes to entertaining fights, there may be none better than this man.
This is going to be an intense standoff before the fight starts.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the class.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of...
All the talking has been done. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. He threw a punch and just got countered. One punch could change everything in this battle. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be a hellfire on there.
Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
You got a swarm on your case. You know you got to fight. You got to hold him. You got to tie him up. You got to lean on him when you come in until the referee makes you break up. But keep your hands high because I will keep punching until that referee said stop.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Nobody home with that hook. Just avoids the left uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while and sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. No rest for the weary. How about that counter shot? Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
That right hook won't score, and they figure out the combination to this save.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. A straight right just misses. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy. And he couldn't take any more. Down goes Marquez. The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. There's the bell to start round 3. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
That hook just can't find the target. They exchange punches. These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. That counter shot lands. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
A very competitive round here so far.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And he misses with that jab. Good counter punch. The straight right just misses. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Can't land that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. These two fighters are made for one another. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, looks...
There's the bell to start round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Just missed with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Just misses with that jab. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook won't score. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fighters like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be... Time for the 5th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get bent.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Jab misses. this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them. They have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Chasing with the hook. They have no respect for each other's punching power. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice counters. I wouldn't be surprised if they stop this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. The referee determines that we're good and we will continue to fight. What heart? What does, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation. Let's start the sixth. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Hard look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Dios mío, is Julio Cesar Chavez going to go down? And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice job blocking the hook. They exchange punches. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
You gotta like what you're seeing. I mean, hold that thought. The defense failed them. Their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, you're eagle.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. How are they still standing? I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Oh, and the grand... At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. One round, 2 knockdowns, each by a different fighter. There's the bell for round 7. Let's see how these two fighters respond after both got knocked down in the previous round.
2 knockdowns in the same round to both fighters. They got to think like a goldfish. Forget after 10 seconds. They got to be smart.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Nice counter. Can't find a home for that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
His stamina is off the charts. You'd like to see more jabs. His stamina is off the charts. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Hold it right there. So much for defensive abilities. A true champion knows. Hold that thought. Whoa, ay caramba! Julio Cesar Chavez in trouble. Julio Cesar Chavez goes down. So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot.
Can you believe it? He put Chavez down. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory. That is God. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.